Star Wars The Last Jedi featured a Skywalker leaving his lightsaber behind, but will Star Wars Episode 9 see another member of the legendary family pick it up during a pivotal scene? According to leaked information regarding the forthcoming installment in the spacefaring saga, it's apparently a guarantee. Express recently obtained a description of a tantalizing Episode 9 scene that features Carrie Fisher's General Leia wielding a classic Jedi lightsaber, the Skywalker saber. Not only is Leia said to hold it in the film, but the headstrong Rebel Alliance leader will reportedly also ignite it. The leak claims that during an important sequence in Episode 9, Leia is on a world that appears to be a mix between Endor, Tatooine, and Jakku. So basically the middle of nowhere.
Where are you from?
Nowhere.
No one's from nowhere.
Jakku.
Alright, that is pretty much nowhere.
Speculation is that this could be the planet of Batuu, located on the Outer Rim. Wearing a black outfit that looks almost like a robe, Leia is seen standing next to Maz Kanata, C-3PO, and R2-D2, holding the Skywalker lightsaber and examining it. The scene description reads, quote, "She begins to hold it in a Jedi-like stance and activates it, pointing it towards a city that looks like it has gone through battle." Though anyone, Force-sensitive or not, can ignite a lightsaber, it's interesting to imagine Leia activating one, giving her ties to the Force. Film fans were first made aware of Leia's Force sensitivity over 30 years ago in The Empire Strikes Back, during the scene in which her twin brother, Luke, implemented the Force to reach out to her, thus granting Leia the opportunity to save Luke from falling to his death on Cloud City. Her Force responsiveness was again explored, this time in a much bigger way in 2017's The Last Jedi. During an intense battle with the First Order, Leia and a number of her fellow rebels were flung into deep space after an explosion destroyed part of Leia's ship. It looked as though Leia was done for, but just as viewers began preparing to say goodbye to Leia, the General channeled the Force and used its power to pull herself back onto the ship. However, just because Leia will purportedly get a lightsaber in Episode 9 doesn't mean that she's channeling the Force, and it also doesn't mean that she has risen to replace her brother Luke as the surviving Jedi of the Skywalker family. The leak concludes with an explicit statement alleging the exact opposite. This does not indicate that Leia is a Jedi. The stance is done more in a victorious way. It could be the site of a First Order defeat. Overall, Episode 9 including a scene in which Leia activates a lightsaber seems entirely feasible, and it wouldn't be difficult for Abrams and the horde of hyper-talented special effects artists on board the project to create a Leia-led sequence several years after Fisher's death. The Episode 9 creative team will make use of rotoscoping techniques to take previously captured footage of Fisher as Leia in The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi and place it over newly shot material, creating brand new scenes for Episode 9 without resorting to making a CGI version of Leia. We all know how that looks. But at the end of the day, this is an unsubstantiated leak. As with every rumor, fan-made theory, and wild piece of speculations, you should take these details with a grain of salt. Sure, the information sounds awesome, but none of it has been confirmed. Lucasfilm and the entire Episode 9 cast and crew are keeping an airtight lid on details, so we can't imagine that anyone involved with the upcoming pick will be rushing to comment on this new leak anytime soon. Everyone will just have to wait until Star Wars Episode 9 opens in December 2019 to find out if Leia truly does light up a saber.